I could not sleep. I took a nap after I spoke to y'all, just trying to hold the downloads, but they made me extremely tired to pull down all of this information. I still haven't received you all's questions about the ones that donated to have me answer some questions about the trial that's going on right now with Keefe D. And Diddy has been accused. Would you please let me know what questions do you have? If you have donated, there's one major person that donated. I haven't received any questions from them, and I'm wondering why. Because I'm willing to answer those for you. If you can hear me, please let me know before I get started because my mind is just blown right now. And the presidents I've been getting, like I told you, is Jimmy Carter. I'm speaking to Elvis Presley, who hung out the time. People, his favorite cook was a black woman. I don't know if she's still alive, but she would cook a lot of his food. And Elvis Presley was very close friends with my father, the legendary Jackie Wilson. You can Google Jackie Wilson, Elvis Presley, and see that him and my father took pictures together, hung out together. He tried even to have my father in Hollywood on his sets and included in his movies, but there was so much racism, they wouldn't allow my father to be a superstar in Hollywood at the time, and he would help my father. My father would help to come up with his outfits. Look at how similar they are. When I was little, I didn't know any better. I used to see my father wear these jumpsuits, the rhinestone jumpsuits, tight jumpsuits, and then see Elvis Presley wear the same outfits. And I was attracted to Elvis Presley as a little girl and watched him perform and didn't know why the shaking, the gyrating, the nut shaking, his nuts and shit shaking and vibrating. Until I got older, because my mother wouldn't teach me about my father, even though she told me that was my father like 8, 9 years old. But she wouldn't allow me to see him. And she wouldn't even allow me to hear his music or watch it in the house. Just sick. I mean, I didn't live with her anyway, but I'm just saying when she came around or she played music, it wasn't my father. A couple of times when she told me who he was, and I was like 9, he happened to be on the radio when she was telling me, that's your father. He was singing the song, Whispers Getting Louder, Calling Your Name, Peaches. And that was my nickname that she gave me based on that song. She said my father told her to give me that nickname. I never told y'all. I don't think I ever told y'all that was my nickname. But then I found out later from people that knew my father and my father's sister-in-law, the white lady, Linda, that lived here when her sister was common law married, because my father didn't tell her he was still married to his handler, that was a Jet magazine model. I forgot. Harleen Harris. He didn't tell her this woman would not divorce him. And when he fell, when he had a heart attack, from what I was told, being drugged, when he tried to he had gotten off drugs, stopped drinking, and they were bringing him back, making a comeback. When he left Atlanta, I think in 79, to go to Cherry Hill, New Jersey with Dick Clark, he collapsed on stage. This same woman who would not divorce him, Harleen Harris, you can look these things up. She then took control of his body, and her and the white lady down in Atlanta started to fight about my father's body and who was really married to him. Harleen Harris, the black lady that was the Jet model, had precedence because she was legally married to him. They found out the white lady here who loved my father and had 2 kids by him, not legally married. What saved her, she was common law. Common law was in Georgia at the time. It's not now. So she fought to get her 2 children, Thor and Lanie, royalties and rights to my father's estate. But when he died, Elvis Presley did pay for some of his expenses. I don't know, help pay for the funeral as well. So you can look up that I'm not lying. My father, Jackie Wilson, was friends with Elvis Presley. Just, what you say? I love that song, Your Love Takes Me Higher. Yeah, of course, you know I love all my father's music. um, I'm doing this emergency show and I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a lot on this. This is blowing my mind. Did y'all know that President Trump took the COVID vaccine with his wife Melania, I think in 2021? Did you know that Dolly Parton was in the hospital, a research hospital, and she took it, as well as what we said earlier, made a song trying to make people feel like, you know, they were, what you call it, chicken or scared or something to not get the vaccine. Oh boy, and I think, did you realize that Jeff Bezos gave her millions of dollars, like because she was a humanitarian, but we know that's not what that is. They literally set her up to be sacrificed, set her up to be a poster child to get this vaccine. But peep this, Elvis Presley also got a polio vaccine for them to use him live to promote the public and black people to get this vaccine. It says on October 28th, 1956, Elvis Presley received the Salk polio vaccine backstage at CBS Studio 50 before the Ed Sullivan Show. New York City health officials orchestrated the photo, boosting plunging vaccination rates among teenagers, successfully shifting public perception and helping to curb the crippling virus, the medical crisis. Polio paralyzed and killed thousands of children and young adults annually before the Salk developed the vaccine, before Jonas Salk developed his vaccine in 1955. But you know what? Let me go into this, because I think after he did this, people started having problems, and they saying Elvis Presley is believed to have carried a genetic markers for hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, a heart muscle disease. So you know what? I'm wondering how that polio virus affected his heart condition. So let me see. This was 1956. So let me ask something. Did the polio vaccine cause health problems after Elvis Presley got the polio vaccine? They're saying it didn't cause problems for Elvis Presley, but of course they're going to say that. But that's not what I asked you. I'm wondering after, let's see, 1956. Let me ask it that way, because I saw somewhere it did. Yes, the polio vaccine caused specific documented health problems after 1956, primarily due to historical contamination issue and a rare side effect inherent to the older oral formula. However, these issues were thoroughly investigated, and modern polio vaccines have an excellent safety profile. Okay, the cause. The polio virus used to make the vaccine was grown in kidney cells. Listen to this, here my buddies here. Harvested from rhesus monkeys, which naturally carry SV40. The health impact. SV40 was discovered to cause cancer in laboratory rats, which sparked massive public health panic. However, extensive long-term epidemiological studies conducted by the CDC and other global health entities found no evidence of an increased risk of cancer or other long-term in humans. But I bet you if we could really follow them and get the real data a lot of these people from that period that got this, you probably will see that they developed cancer and other problems, especially taking this from trapped monkeys. Basically, they experimented on. And you see this, the health impact, this reverted virus could cause vaccine-associated paralytic poliomyelitis, VAPP, resulting in the actual physical paralysis in the recipient or close contacts who shed this virus. The same way they say people are shedding COVID. Even if you didn't get the shot, but you're having sex with or living with, hanging around someone that received it. And they're saying even the National Institute of Health, polio vaccines were adverse events associated with childhood. This is from 1994. And this is sightings. And then there's something called the polio vaccine scandal. The polio vaccine scandal, known as the Cutter incident, Cutter, occurred in April 1955 when defective batches of newly approved Salk polio vaccine manufactured by Cutter Laboratories accidentally contained live polio virus. The human cost, the tainted shot caused roughly 40,000 cases of polio, left hundreds of children with varying degrees of permanent paralysis, and resulted in multiple deaths. The aftermath, the U.S. quickly recalled the defective vaccine, temporarily halting the broader immunization program. Now, this is just an overview because, you know, they starting with me. Elvis came in and joined Dolly because I ain't know this here. I started talking about this. So when was the Cutter? This was 1955. I'm gonna go back because let me go back to Elvis. 1955. Okay. That was 1955. Then in 1956, they had to pay Elvis, you know, basically, and whoever his management was, basically a human sacrifice for fame and fortune, a blood sacrifice. Because think about it, they're going into your blood. They're vaccinating you. Even if they shoot you in the muscle, depending on what vaccine it is, some of them are more effective in the muscle, what they do to all of us. I still have my vaccination scar as a child. They go in the upper left arm, while the left arm is opposed to the right. They go into the muscle because some of these are more effective and will go down to the body and then merge with the bloodstream. Y'all, now they're saying there's a massive lettuce linked outbreak, expands to 3 more states with over 11,000 illnesses for that virus that come out of people behind and that has infected people from them people and inmates working in them farms that they're not telling us about. Did y'all know that today in history, August 28th, is the day Emmett Till was murdered for the lie that this white woman told, claimed that he was trying to holler at her and he wasn't. You know, it's that's something because we're in the middle of the Nolan Wells gathering evidence as well, waiting to get justice for that. And that's amazing. See, they picked this time to do this shit. They decide to kill people based on moon rituals, death dates, life dates. These all are not coincidences. And if you will look, since Nolan Wells's murder, lynching, even though it was a lynching in the water, dealing with the demonic entities that rule the water kingdom, there have been more men, black men, that have been found up lynched. Even a couple of black women, indigenous women, where they say done this to themselves. Y'all, did y'all know? I couldn't believe it because I remember I keep telling y'all I see Trump body breaking down and dying, and I'm even seeing like in his central nervous system, the brain, the central nervous system, there's inflammation in it. It kind of reminds me of encephalitis, and they gave them this shot. Like they'll do that to people to have control of a person by creating health problems and creating health issues in them to control and manipulate them and get them their medicine, their treatment. But I don't see he's getting any medicine or treatment. Maybe the wife is, but that means that his child was exposed because that's his mother. The mother will be shedding unless they secretly gave the younger child, Barron, and then they said Trump went back and got a booster. I don't know if Dolly Parton got a booster. If y'all find it out, let me know. But I wonder why would Trump do that if this is true. Also, y'all, this king just died over Norway, King Harold. So I hadn't looked at it yet, but yesterday, I don't know what the significance is of his death, but definitely end of a cycle, end of a season, changing of the guard, resetting programs. That's why I said, y'all watch London Bridge falling down. Watch King talk. I think he's getting ready to pass. I think his time is up, and it's time for his sacrifices. The time is up on it. It's expired, and it's going to fall. London Bridge is going to fall. So you want to watch the stock economics of London and the United States Stock Exchange in New York City, and the Asian one, because it's going to be a big crash and a fall. And London's tied to and controls and rules the U.S. Okay, so we're going to watch this and going up into elections for November, because there are a lot of leaders that are going to be falling and exposed. You see it's happening right now. Falling, losing their throne and leadership position, actually through physical death in a coffin. You're going to see this happening, as well as embarrassment, humiliation, taking a loss, maybe still alive or going to jail, but stealing money and tricking people and lying and extortion and prostitution. You're going to see sexual related acts with children and adults and animals that they've been letting go on. And now this person got to be tossed up for sacrifice and take a fall and act like, oh, we didn't know this was going on, but you've been letting that shit go on. But see, that's, you got to have dirt on somebody. Just like in Training Day with Denzel. That's how all of it works. They ain't gonna trust you or have you in that system unless they got some dirt on you. And when they decide on the chessboard, we need to eliminate you or move you or something you ain't doing or something you ain't saying, or basically you just up there for a temporary piece, you're a pawn. Then they're gonna toss your shit up. Now you're gonna be all over the news. The Fed's gonna be in it, and he been stealing. We just found it out. No, you didn't, because you had male and female prostitutes in there to set them people up, and to have mics and shit in now to take this person and jam them up, because you know they got addiction, sex addiction, alcohol addiction, drug addiction, freaky addiction. They just got, who's this, a multi-millionaire that owns some type of sports company. I don't know if it's basketball, baseball, something. He's trying to buy him a piece of ass up there and mind his business, just minding his business, get him, get his rocks off like he normally do. They done filmed him trying to pick up a prostitute, turned the camera on him. I mean, this is a multi-millionaire, maybe a billionaire. And I'm like, why that man just can't buy him a piece of ass like he want to? Y'all gonna sit up there and arrest the goddamn man. So that means somebody know that man was going down there. He do that shit every goddamn week. That's his fetish. A lot of men with money, it's not that they can't get nobody, but it's an adrenaline rush to them to do that. Instead of him calling a professional service to bring somebody to his room, this nigga want to be outside. I guess the rush of it, to breathe the excitement of the shit. They pulls up, whoop, whoop, right up, sir, open the door, sir. Roll the window down. What are you doing? You trying to pick up a prostitute? No, what he said, I'm just driving, getting some ass. Yeah, and trying to hook up on some ass. Lock that man up in front of everybody on TV and displayed it. It's all over right now everywhere. I forgot his name. But see, there's a method to the madness. You think they just accidentally knew where that man was driving his car, know that man tag number and shit, and just pulled up just a coincidence. No, those things are staged. Somebody call and make sure it's public, Jim. and the cameras are there. I don't like this fucker anyway. I've had it up to here with him. I've been had it out. Why? It's. I'm telling you. What you said, Dick Gregory said it was a red tie and a blue tie trunk. I have told y'all that. From when he started to run this second time, I said he finna get back in. I said, I don't know how he gonna end on a deathbed or in a fucking coffin with the draped flag, the U.S. flag over. I said, cause something wrong with him. I see they trying to shoot him, and the day I said it, that's when the man made the, staged attempt, and it hit him on the back of the ear, some blood come out the ear. Wow. See, they had already made the contact with the satanic altar right then to get the blood drop, to get the piercing of the blood, for the demonic contact to taste the blood. Got them. See that's what y'all not fucking understanding here. When yesterday we were doing the show, and I love the banter, I love your theories, I love the feedback, I love the comments. When we were talking about Haiti, and somebody was like, well, they say, I heard that for years too. This happened to them because they back on God. And I said, who is God? Who is their God? Are you talking about this Jesus that they brought to them and converted to them for them to fall? When you hook into that Jehovah energy, Jehovah's a God of war. I think that's Jesus' father, a Jehovah Jireh. Who is that God? When you call him, now look, let me get this real straight, because you Jesus freaks, I'm going to block your ass out of here. Jesus is fictional character. I am talking about Yeshua. That's another one. The Black Messiah. The one they describe in the Bible, hair like wool, feet like bronze. You talking about a nigga, but they don't want to come out. I don't have no problem with that one. This other one you talking about, I don't know him. And his father's another God, Jehovah, who will kill your fucking ass. And who will incite war upon you for not doing what he say. And when you really get deep into it, if you really want to get all the way funky about it and you don't like it, just get the fuck out of my life. Stop coming over here. This same God will keep you blind. You blindly do what daddy say do. Even if, I'm going to play devil's advocate here, in this Garden of Eden, that was a second creation, because you can look it up and see that humans walked the planet before this Garden of Eden. That's a lie, saying that's the first creation. This God is saying, I don't want you, I'm putting this knowledge here for you, but I don't want you to taste of it. I don't want you to go in the garden of good and evil. I don't want you to pierce your consciousness, but you saying it's an apple. We know that wasn't a real piece of fruit. And tap into all of the knowledge of all worlds. Because the fallen angels have them that are called demons. And they came and then taught humanity. One of the leaders is Shemasa. But you can't have that knowledge because you will surely die. Now, what kind of sense does that make if you really get down into it? I put this knowledge here, but I don't want you to have access to it. I don't want you to open your eyes to all the knowledge of the earth so you won't be fucked over and tricked. And now you said Satan came, or this is also my creation that is beautiful, and that's the minister of music. I'm going to let him fuck you, deceive you, trick you, lead you astray. And if you wake up to it in the Garden of Eden, I'm going to kill you and punish you because you woke up to it. But this is the knowledge that all the demons have access to. See, it just, I don't know which one, but he on the red turn. Oh, okay, y'all talking. This is what I cannot. Why would a God that loves you put you in a position to be a sucker and disadvantaged? And the real one that the Jews killed, that was a rebel and a revolutionary to open people's eyes and talk against them taking tax, stealing people money. They kill him until you don't listen to him. They didn't even tell you anything about him. His name began with a Y. There was no J in the alphabet and the vocabulary, but they want to dress him. They say, all y'all niggas, all y'all need to be hung, all y'all need to be die, all y'all need to be our slave. That's what you were born to do. But really the enslaved one is the one that is enlightened. But they suppress you and take your light. So the same people that hate you and say you nothing, take your light, take your knowledge and keep it for themselves to have power over you and give you a false God and a false religion. That same God they told you to worship do the same goddamn shit. See, I'm not trying to turn nobody no kind of way. I'm just saying more I think about this shit. It don't add up. When you live in a system, you call this God. The same people that hate you will act upon you, kill you, enslave you, hang your people up, hang your ass up, economically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, sexually, and socially, and with pharmakia. So why is it that when they call him, he answers? And why is it that this God allows them to oppress and take your flesh and eat your flesh? But you call who you want to do what? You worship who you want to do. But it's not contradictions in the Bible. It is deletion of the Bible. Different books have been deleted to hold you down and to keep you enslaved. We don't even have the full one. One of the full ones that I've been told is the Ethiopian Bible. Well, the way they translate it is wrong or translated to deceive you. But they'll tell you to go with the King James Bible. King James was a boy lover. So he's going to lead you wrong and misdirect you, rewrite things in a way to throw you off. So the Bible itself is not the problem to me. The origins of it, what's the true one who was written by black folks. That they taught, and all these different groups of black people from different cultures and ethnic groups have been taught not to fuck with us and don't have nothing to do with us, so that we won't know and we won't come together and unite and the truth won't be revealed. That's what I'm starting to think right now. So you have to think for yourself. And then y'all afraid to question because you're going to hell. I used to be one of those since my mother was a preacher. But then I noticed how them people treated me. I treated other people in the family with the abuse and the sexual abuse and the physical, mental, emotional abuse, and tell you not to question God. But who is God? It ain't you. And if you are God, I no longer want to be under your jurisdiction and under your law, because you, especially in these black families, these black communities, fake communities, they teach that it's okay to sacrifice their young, to eat their young like you. Like I said in the previous show, mamas don't like their children. Daddies don't like their motherfucking children. Children don't like their motherfucking parents and family. So they will sacrifice that one because there's light in you. There's gifts in you. And do satanic birthrights against you, where they eat the flesh of their own children and then throw them out into the world because they already spiritually dead through demonic curses and bloodline curses. And they put them out there for people to attract them, to use them, abuse them, and slaughter them. And that same God will honor that and stand back and allow that shit to happen to you. So I'm not saying that the true God had physical people to write these books to throw you off and contradict you. That's a separate issue. I am saying that the ones that are put in place, the elect, have been put in place to deceive you and to make you deceive yourself. And then don't question God about that. God ways are higher than yours, and he take things of the foolish, confound the wise. He who, because you listen to these preachers, and a lot of them have been bought and sold and get through college and seminary laying up with men. You see what I'm saying? See, basically, that ties into what I'm trying to tell you. With this pharmakia agenda, these angels that they call demons have come in here and spoke to me. And these people have taken demonic oaths, or taken people that are full of light, like Dolly Parton, Whitney, all these powerful people, put them as figureheads over major demonic corporations. Give them everything they want and make you jealous of them and envy them and admire them and look at them while they've had to take demonic oaths. direct or indirect, because they've used her, Dolly Parton, and on so many kindness and her purity, her energy, a earth angel, and then corrupted and polluted her, even not wanting her to marry her husband and keeping her husband a secret because they were telling her. I started watching a documentary on it, starting off like this. It's already hard to promote a female country star, create her into a rock star, make her where she's not human anymore, an icon. And if they find out you're married, that will help make it difficult for us to sell you. So you're not going to get married. They told you wait, and you're not going to be out in public with this man. Now I'm really wondering who is her husband. I mean, I know his name, I've seen what he looked like, but I'm wondering who is he? Or did they pay him to keep quiet because she came to Georgia with her mother? The devil came down to Georgia. She had to sneak and marry him because there was a waiting period in Tennessee, and the executives that controlled her, that were molding her to promote her image, I told her, you can't marry him. We don't want you marrying him. This ain't a good look. This ain't a good idea. He ain't the right one for you. Or wait a year and we will tell you if you can or can't. Came down and did it anyway. So, y'all, what did it say, Misha? What did the book of demonology say? Because those angels rule, and some of those angels by name, and Shemyasa being the leader, they taught humans to make weapons, to wear makeup, to seduce men, and pharmakia, the spirit of plant science and magic, which will bring up Dr. Fauci's stinking ass. Now, you really think this motherfucker just got up here and got all these millions, probably billions of dollars of funding? He's tied to Epstein and Epstein Island. I don't have no proof of it right now, but I'm saying it. And the island of Dr. Moreau, where they are paid, as well as Nazi scientists and eugenicists. Dr. Fauci hates black people. He's a eugenicist. He's in the top 5% that run the world. They have their own doctors, their own scientists, their own water, their own food, their own government, their own agreements. They have separate agreements that he took an oath to serve the devil. When I look at the picture, he evil as hell. And he has no respect and no compassion for humanity that is not a part of the elite circle that are racists and eugenicists. He took pride in honoring his masters, and he gonna burn in hell willingly and happily because he has served his father, Satan, and this motherfucker. That's what he was commissioned to do, and is a wealthy man. And I pick up your cross-dresser, goddammit. You go on the other side, and you see, it's amazing how they used her to sacrifice her. And how they sacrifice Elvis, I'm sure it's other. Like somebody tried to say, oh, well, she up on camera and do the saline solution, pretending she got COVID. And I asked them, I'm still waiting for the answer. Do you know all these goddamn celebrities? Do you know for a fact they took a saline injection? Because since COVID came out 2020, 2021, a lot of these black and white celebrities coming up with illnesses and struggling with illnesses and falling dead. A lot of these people are already dead and they're not telling you, and then they'll cite an astrological date based on the moon, astronomy, astrology, numerology, and the bloodline of the demon they attach to them and say, he just fell dead today, goddammit. This motherfucker been dead for 2 weeks. Goddamn, this motherfucker been dead for 10 years. Huh? And struggling, not struggling, goddammit, struggling, getting up. Lionel Richie. You know what? Why the hell would Lionel Richie and a boxer just came into my mind, and a baseball player? What the fuck going on with Lionel Richie? Hello? Is it me? Hello? Hello? Lionel? Hello? What the fuck? Why would they say that shit? Is it me you're looking for? What going on? Said Mia X will promote the shot. You don't know if she fucking took it. And you talking about, oh, they took, did they say they took saline? Like, how the fuck do you know that shit? Do you know them personally, goddammit? Did you see the ingredients of the shot they took to know for a fact it's a saline drip, goddammit? I mean, because these people, even if you say I only want saline, I want you to pay me to get out in public, pretend I took it. They can easily still give you the jab and give you another needle or promise you it's saline. And if you ain't having it tested right there in front of you before they put it in you, how the fuck they know? How the fuck you know? That's all I'm asking you. I'm not saying you wrong, but I want you to prove that I'm fucking wrong for what I'm picking up, because you don't know what the fuck them people took unless you know them. Was you there, goddammit? Did you look at the chemical composition? Did you look at it under a microscope? How the fuck you? I'm so tired of people. You act like you know these people. Is you one of the tricks that's screwing them, or they putting a thing in your mouth, goddammit? I mean, is that, do you know something I don't because you goddammit know them? Or you getting paid to be a part of the sex parties or something? Is you swallowing fluid out they motherfucking testicles? Huh? Because, I mean, it's clear that you know something I goddammit don't. And I don't know where y'all behind go and the sperm flow. So you clearly know something. How you know about them, goddammit? That's all the fuck. Or do you don't want to tell? Or did you sign an NDA but you slick trying to tell us something because you ain't got no business talking? I don't believe it. I know it's possible. They do fuck with regular folks, but I don't believe that all them people you talking about and them celebrities stood up there and took some water, some saline water, and they goddamn it on. Huh? Because it's too sick on the low that I can see. They telling me in the underground, because these people are messy. They telling me this here, and the money they got, whatever they pay them, ain't enough to sustain their health. And it's real fuck. I think Dolly Parton was a billionaire. And a lot of her estate is going to her grandchild or her playchild, Miley Cyrus. But out of all that money, and she's at the most prestigious hospitals in the world, they the ones did this shit. Where did she die? Because she was already dead. I really believe this lady was walking dead. Some bones. Skin on bone. I believe what they showed us, it was a false picture. Was they still saying it was just a video on Dolly? The man doing the video said she took saline. Okay, so all I'm saying is, where is the evidence? Because she's saying she took it. And after that, they said before that, she was never diagnosed with cancer. This is what, 2021? Because I told she said this sickness, particular cancer, went back 4-5 years tops. That's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. That's 5 years. 4-5 years. So whoever you heard say that, do Miss Caramel, and I'm not saying that to you direct. Does this person that say that have evidence and scientific lab verified that this lady took saline? Because that's not what she said she took. Then she made a song about it and encouraging people to get up and get their goddamn shot. That's all that I'm goddamn it asking you. That's all. I'm not attacking you. I'm saying, if she got that shot, if she didn't get the shot, she get water. Where's the proof? Did they show evidence that it was water? That's all I'm saying. Did you see that in there? Because I don't know who you're talking about. So somebody saying that shit. Let me look at this. COVID vaccine. And they're saying, yes, she received the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine in March 31. So all I'm asking is, Miss Caramel, did they show proof? Yes, I like a call for uprising, but see, that's what I'm saying. So why is this lady dead? Goddamn, I mean, she been dead. She wasn't gonna come out, and tell y'all don't get it, and she was wrong, and maybe she didn't know, but I'm sure Dolly Parton is real spiritual. She's not stupid. She come out and crack jokes about herself and, about her health. Oh, my candle just jumped. She knew. She started figuring out, but she couldn't say nothing because she done signed. They got her jammed up in these contracts. They had her, they said early April 2020, early epidemic. Dolly Parton donated $1 million to Vanderbilt University Medical Research Center to fund critical coronavirus research. This contribution directly aided the rapid development of Moderna COVID-19. She says the worst thing she ever fucking did. But it would have caused so many problems. It would have damaged the corporation, the men behind funding her. She said that, and it would have created a public epidemic of people panicking, and it would have created a fall in stocks for them, and it would have put a stain on her career if she spoke out. And see, Dolly Parton is not an activist like that. She's an activist and humanitarian, but she is not controversial. And what else that name they say? Call me. She's not a shit starter. You see what I'm saying? Because she don't want to deal with, she's not controversial, she's not confrontational. She basically comes off as a sweetheart. If she said that they knew it would have caused a global epidemic, it would have caused a fall in stocks because people wouldn't have fucked with that shit. So she was willing to do a Mother Teresa and self-sacrifice and just take it, blaming herself. Well, I went along with it and I took it, and I can't mess up my organization. I can't mess up my legacy. I can't cause my corporation to lose money, because people would have lost trust and faith in her, and it would have crashed her stock for everything she stands for, and it would have made people upset. And then as they done found out, a lot of them people done died. A lot of them people done lost their babies, having miscarriages from getting that shot while they pregnant. Are having problems, disabled shit. She didn't want to be the blame for that. But secretly she knew. Because that's what she telling me. And I'm just like, and then Elvis Presley done said it. I mean, God, and y'all can verify the stuff I'm saying. I'm looking up. They had him. And I'm wondering, I don't know now how many celebrities have taken these shots to lull the public into a sense of safety. Well, my favorite celebrity took it, so I'm gonna go on and get it. And I don't know if they erased that, but a nurse from Atlanta called me. I could hear her voice shaking. Her voice was trembling when it first started in 221. She's like, please tell him I can't tell him because I don't want to lose my job. She said, but you know what? I'm going to get out the medical industry. She's a nurse. And down here, they had a big center here. I don't know if it was, I forgot the name of the center, where they had people coming in line up, and it was pregnant women in the line. She was one of the nurses administering the shot, or she was overseeing it. She said, I can't do this. She says, pregnant women in this line and scared to get it and asking questions about the shot. She said, I read the insert, potential side effect. She said, I'm so scared for them, and I'm watching this shit, and I don't want to give it to them because I got to deal with knowing what this is going to do and shooting them anyway because it's my job. I said, what? She said, girl, they finna die. And if they ain't, their baby's gonna die, and they're gonna have health defects or die in the womb or have physical problems. She said, oh my God, I don't want to be a part of it. I want to tell them so bad, but I can't tell them. That's what I remember. Then dead folks start coming in here and speaking to me, and spiritual people on the higher realm, higher angels that are considered demons that will be over this knowledge and teaching man this knowledge. We're saying, and I kept trying to warn, and you see what they did to me, kept cutting me off, calling me all kind of liars. We have researched this, and then you'll even Google and say there's no side effects of this shit. There's no graphene architectural structure built into the shit where it assembles itself inside the body. You a liar. You giving people false information. You not no doctor. You suspended, goddamn, and your shit erased. And I'm like, y'all. And so I can go Facebook, Instagram. I'm like, please, y'all, don't do this. The spirit's telling me don't do this. Nipsey telling me don't do this. Because they could go and see in labs. And the monkeys. The monkeys. I told y'all she couldn't have no children. And she had hysterectomy. So I've been hearing people say that Dolly was inverted. I don't know what that means. She clearly was born a female. I sometimes try to say it was a man. I erased it. I'm not gonna let people entertain it over here, and I'm not gonna even repeat that shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit. If somebody want to say that, let them say it somewhere else. She said she didn't feel like she was beautiful or attractive, so the wigs, the implants, the makeup, since she never took her makeup off. I understand that. I feel the same way she do. I have them issues, but to say that was a man, I don't know anything about it. I'm not going to sit there and say nothing like that about that lady and cause attacks upon me for some shit I don't know. Now, if you want to listen to other people say that, you can say that shit all you want to. You can't even pay me to do a reading and come out and say that lady was a gay man, pretend as a goddamn woman. And even if I was to see this shit, I'm not going to come out and say that shit and have all kind of backlashes on me because that's a sweetheart. She ain't did nothing to nobody. Even if it was a goddamn he, I'm not finna. You don't have to Google it. Everybody know that you can Google it, but that lady don't have no kids. She had female problems and a lot of kidney stones and problems. They was always digging in her for something. She is erect. We would know that she don't have none. But that don't mean that lady a goddamn man. Look, I don't care about you asking me. That's not a problem. I'm just telling you. This is one battle I don't want. Queen Drip usually says she with the smoke. I'm not with that kind of smoke. I would lose that battle. I am not finna sit there and say that shit about that goddamn lady. Y'all can listen to other people say that shit that ain't got no backlash or ain't nobody gonna do nothing to them. But I'm not finna contribute to no shit, and she didn't say it to me. Her husband didn't say it to me. She never said she was a goddamn man. Now, it's a lot of shit people say. A lot of shit don't be true. Because that's the way they feel. That's the way they believe. Her doctor, her brothers, her sisters. Now, ain't nobody, and I'm sure they ain't gonna do it anyway. How would it benefit them at this point to say that shit about that lady? I've been hearing shit like that about that lady for years. Other celebrities, people try to say, well, see, this celebrity is a man. I said, how do you know? I'm not saying some of them ain't. Well, some of them, the one y'all say is, I know ain't. Because I can see they pussy, I can see they dick. Do on a spiritual level, see their whole anatomy and see what's going on with them. Is they gay, straight, bisexual? I can see it. I have said shit about people before. And what y'all notice is, y'all would know it. I have never been sued by a celebrity that said that shit. That I said something about them. And I don't want to be sued. But if they come to me or they lawyer come to me and say, Alexis, you need to take that down, I'm going to take it down. I have not been requested by a celebrity to take them down. I have not been requested by a lawyer, a law firm, and got a cease and desist. If I got I'm saying, which I can't until it comes true, because I'm seeing it in a spiritual level. I never say I know them. I know somebody that know them, even though, some people have told shit to me. I'm not finna tell on them, but I'm seeing things in the spirit. I'm a spiritualist and I have a spiritual ability to tap in. At least I believe it. And then I'll say something I believe in the spirit of what I see on the tarot card. So I have no proof of it at the time when I say it. So I'm not going to argue about something I don't fucking know. I'm just saying, luckily for me, up to now, I have not been warned by an attorney. I have never received a cease and desist. I have never spoken to a celebrity that said, Alexis, you wrong. You need to stop doing that to me. Take that down. If I got that, I would. Because there's a lot of things I say I don't like saying. Yeah, she ain't endometriosis, and I know how that can be. But some people still want to say that later, a goddamn nigga in disguise and pretending to be. I'm not finna get in that shit. You send me sure. Oh, okay. You talking about me sure. These preachers, I don't know, like, okay. I have a conversation with them, y'all. I like that y'all talk to each other. Okay, she said there's getting ready to be a death, like I've been telling y'all. A death spell, as I told y'all, and with this moon, they calling down the elites, are calling down demonic forces like Bill Gates and all of them for the elimination of a certain amount of people, especially people of color, before they wake up and see their secrets. It's just like when y'all was talking about well, Haiti, they done turned to their God. I said, please tell me the God you talking about. Because it ain't the one you talking about. They don't have to accept that God because it doesn't exist. That philosophy of white God coming to save them on a cross. And there was one that's crucified, but that's Yahshua. The one you see was Caesar Borgia's a homosexual with long blonde hair, androgynous looking with blue eyes. There's somebody man. Just showing me the Statue of Liberty. I think there was an Italian that created that. There's a Masonic symbol right there that moves. It literally shifts. There's a lot of y'all can't. It's a shapeshifter. There's a man there that looked like a woman. Trans-America. It's something shifting in New York. Wendy Williams. Remember, I did the 2019, right before I think Nipsey was hit, on Wendy Williams. And I told you it was getting ready to be a fall. And she was going to be falling. And death because of the same entity from Lovecraft, Cthulhu, and the racist. You can see video games of it on YouTube right now, and it look like an octopus. And when you look at American Lovecraft, you see them white folks had the power and was attacking niggas in the woods and telling you this is sundown town. You ain't supposed to be up here, and releasing certain demons and entities. Where a lot of this is European magic, Ashkenazi magic, but a lot of it is your magic. That's when you're going back talking about, well, these Haitians are suffering from a penalty of God. Who is the God? France, Spain, the ones that dominated them with the secret niggas, the secret freemen, the secret gods of the earth, the black, who gave them your knowledge and your science to flip it on you. Just like you see Haitians killing Haitians. Black folks killing them because of the blood altars. The blood death altars that are associated with their slave owners and masters that also contain black spirits, contain and got them in jars and got them in urns and got them in the ground and got them in magic boxes. The souls of black folks, which are a part of the Elohim. So you have black gods killing black folks that are being fed by white folks and folks of other races, because there's other races besides white folks that are involved in the enslavement and the bloodshed of Haiti. And every time they shed blood, that goes back to feed the demonic altars where the souls of black folks are kept. See, when a lot of y'all come over here and repeat things, baby, are you repeating what you know? God damn it, bitch, or big nigga, or are you repeating what you heard? Because y'all are attacking these black people and saying it's their fault. They did it to themselves and they won't go back to God, turn their face to God. Who? What God are they supposed to turn their face to? This boy lover? You open your fucking eyes and start close your ass up. Close your leg and make your knee got clipped. And open your pineal. On your third eye, you want to come over here and tell me, well, it's this and they need to turn their God. You haven't answered me who is they goddamn it God. Mickey Mouse? Ronald McDonald? But that's what's going on, some clown shit. And y'all want to come over here. Look, for the years I got here on this motherfucking earth. I don't care what nobody think about me. I don't care what they, because I was caught up and blinded in the same religion in the dirty South. About. I'm glad I finally got to a point where I can see the truth. These people that are physically dead, that are on top, and these celebrities that are on top know the science, but they have taken an oath. They cannot tell you. I'm trying to fucking tell you the best that I goddamn can, but it's only so much that I can tell you. We are all puppets in this system. You are blind, used, and abused up here hollering of what you think God is and who you think God is. And that's why our people have this condition that we have. Because the first scientists and the ones that have the first knowledge of God and the word of God is a black man that sold your goddamn ass out and don't like you, don't want to be you, and that are in these secret societies like W.E.B. Du Bois and all of these boule niggas and booty lay niggas up, and these bitches that are part of society that don't like you, don't want to be you, don't consider themselves black like you, have stolen the science and take private oaths to never tell you and to keep their foot on you. Just like Dolly Parton told me, these white men, and she showed me law enforcement are secretly taking oaths, have been doing it, and a part of the lynching and the hanging and KKK leaders wrestle with their black daddy in the mountains. And underneath these houses where they had them buried for sacred Masonic rights to rise in power and to keep their foot on their daddy. The dirty Moors. You didn't want to come here and tell me, well, it's this, it's that. Well, if it's this and it's that, goddamn it, and goddamn it, knick-knack, click-clack, paddywhack, goddamn it, give a dog a bone. Why you ain't teaching this or how the fuck do you know? And then they'll do that shit to you, flip that shit on you and say, well, blacks, I've had white people tell me blacks enslave their own people. Ha ha ha. This white man was laughing when he told me this a long time ago. Y'all do it to each other. Y'all set up and trick each other. You trying to fight me, and I was thinking it was the board of education when I was in this white area, and you fighting by yourself because them black folks ain't gonna help you. Ha ha ha. They like to kill their own, set their own up. That's what he said. See, they know you, goddamn it. They know the reverse program and make you attack yourself for being broke. Make you attack yourself for being hungry and poor. And then niggas will get up and they'll ask you for all your information for free. Don't want to donate to you. And then blame your ass for being hungry. Because you just trying to love and support your goddamn people. Then call you a dumb bitch. Because you ain't had no money saved up for a rainy day. But then tell you it's right to get them shit for free. And don't ask for a goddamn dime. Bitch, find you another job, bitch. Find you something else to do, ho. So you can give us this knowledge for nothing, bitch. Because that's what you supposed to do. They gonna get them Asian and anybody else that don't look like you with white skin. You'll pay their ass when they sit there, nigga. You nigga. And act like they like you and shit. You can't even come in there and buy none of that fake ass goddamn it soap and cream shit or them wig, and don't fuck up and be short 1 penny, not $1, 1 penny. They don't support nothing you do. They don't live in the neighborhood you live in. They ain't eating your soul food that they learn how to cook it. They not finna give you a penny or a dollar to support nothing that you doing. But you gonna give it to them. Now some of them is cool and they not racist and they marry black folk. I seen this Chinese lady up here, I don't know, she Korean or Asian. I know she one of them Asians. And she sit there and eat black food, wear black people wig and they makeup and shit, and got some black children and love niggas. Love niggas, pipe, hide your pipe right. Got them saying look like she the type of bitch. You tell her you can't see them niggas no more. She start that growling that I'm talking about. That them bitches, when they start growling, goddamn it, when you ask them, can you have a piece of their man dick, or can you share the dick? Can you bounce on the dick? And they start growling, telling you to stay away from it. She look like she the type of Asian bitch. She'll get out there and fight with you. With some grease on her face and a razor blade in her jaw, with them house shoes, them terry cloth house shoes with the heel out the back. She ain't one to play by that black dick now. Your Mexican women the same way. A lot of them racist, but some of them ain't. They cool. They'll fight you by some of that black high your pipe right too now. Hishing that black pipe right in they hind. Goddamn it, because it's time. Goddamn it, it's Miller time for them bitches. You them about that black dick, it's Miller time. Yeah, Mimi. Mimi look like she don't play that shit about that black pee-pee and that wee-wee. Like she'll fight about that. She really bought that. She with that shit. I don't think she fake and racist or none of that. Be up there cooking black food. Wearing them goddamn long fingernails. Got them half black children. They pretty too. When I fuck with Mimi, she even gave herself a hood name. An Atlanta project name. Mimi. Mimi T. BB and TT Riri. She with it. She with that Miller time shit. All of them ain't like that. But the ones that is these self niggas, fucks with them, they don't give no damns about them. She would know. And she knew that might have, been a risk to some of her ancestors don't like that shit. I done met some other Blasian bitches. Half Korean, half black. You can't tell me. You have to kill them. If you tell them they can't have no black pole. I'm talking about not no light-skinned pretty nigga pole. They like them niggas with that melanin down in them. They still be attractive, but they like that shown enough dick. Oh, her man fine. I ain't seen that she got a man that got some color to him, or is he real light-skinned it? A lot of them I be seeing, even white women that get with them, they're going to get a black nigga that got some melanin in it. See, they like that contrast. They don't want nobody the same color as them got them. They want a real nigga that can get them something that they feel with some melanin in their skin. They want some rich melanin in their skin, and so they can put that soul pole in them. Oh, okay. You light-skinned it. They want some soul pole in them. They want something that they know is black. So I don't know if this man look like he another race or you can tell he got some black in it. Because a lot of them, they got to have that contrast in them. That light and they dark. Yep, some of them might get a lighter skin, but a lot of them, they got to do that ritual. Because they know that ritual and getting that actual melanin in it vibrate their chakra. And it open up their third eye. Yep, that's soul pole. They say they know if she for don't hit y'all, the fire will split y'all. Yep, they don't play by that. Once they get some of that soul pole in them, it's a whole nother level. It's a different thing. They ain't gonna be able to leave them alone. They ain't gonna be able to let that alone. Because it's a spiritual sexual interaction. Now, all these niggas ain't, what you need to be with. Some of them got demonic entities and they'll curse your life instead of bless your life. But they gonna pick them ones that can elevate their consciousness. Most of the ones I spoke to like a nigga with some color to them. Some of them might date different types of black men with different color or lighter skin, but the main majority I have met, when they was fucking somebody, fucking a nigga, it was somebody that had some color to them. And they got turned out on it where they couldn't let it alone. But other than that, like I said, so some of them cool, a lot of them are not. And they're told when they come, you can't have a lot of these stores over here with us. But you can go where them niggas at, and you can have your gas station and all that, and we will give you loans, and we will give you low interest to no interest loan. If you just go over there and keep them destabilized so they don't support each other, don't like each other, don't believe each other, don't trust each other, will not support each other business. And then you know what black folks do? Blame each other. But then they'll see that store and bypass the store. Literally having a natural, which is an unnatural dislike for somebody that look like them. That's the mirror reflection of them. That's what I have seen. And then they'll go to church and call this same God that look nothing like them. But then again, when you're little, that's what you're taught. To always go against yourself. Never love, honor, and respect your own mirror image. To respect, pay, and keep something to somebody in power that don't look like you. And these are things you need to look at, but then you will say you're a good Christian, you're a righteous person, turn on your own people. Set your own people up, murder your own people, beat up your own. And then go to church, go to the mosque shit. I seen black men that are Muslim do that same shit. Fuck around their woman, beat their ass, And then go up there for prayer. What's it called? What? Salats. Do this here. And that's why I would never. I met a few Muslim men, and all the ones I know were hoish. They might not have been hoish, but they can take on a second wife. They supposed to ask their wife. They bring the woman to the wife. I have met men, and they said it to me. I never met their wife. I never seen her. She was nowhere around when they tell, I want a second wife. I can do this. I can take care of you. I can pay this. I can. Now I know you need help. I see what you. And I just didn't want to at the time lay up with a man and married to a woman, even if it's legal within. It's not legal in the U.S., but we still go on. We know how to get down. It's legal within those religious systems, those societies, and this one gonna always be their first wife. He wasn't talking about divorcing her. He wasn't talking about wife. You be the second, so that means you the second in command. Your pussy taking a subordinate position. And everything go to her first and go through her first. She can say, I don't want you to do her. I want you to divorce her. But if you slick doing it, that means she really ain't with the shit. So you're going to do this on your own. When shit get difficult, you on the side and shit. You the one they're going to drop first. You said they make everything black, negative, black cat, the black sheep, the black. That's the one that absorbs light. The black is accumulation of every color. And it is quick and very sensitive and absorbs everything. That's why you don't want any skin issues, if you don't want to burn fast or tan fast, you don't want to go out on a hot day wearing black. Because it is the most powerful. White is the absence of color. They're even saying in Bruce Lee, I don't know if he's Chinese, Bruce Lee's religion or in his society, they dress you in white at death, not black, because it's reversed. Because white to them represents death. Did you know that? If you look at him in the casket, you can see it if they haven't taken it down on YouTube. He's in white. He's not black. They don't consider black mourning. They consider white mourning. That's reverse. When you see Puffy at the white parties and they highlight the different celebrities wearing all white, you think it's a sign of purity. It's a sign of death. They hated one of the light. Get you in the Adam parties, y'all jamming, all them celebrities there, and then you find out all of them have a perverted lifestyle of prostitute, or go both ways. And you think, oh, that's so good, he's so pure and special because he got on his white, the white dove. I've seen them kill them. And different animal sacrifice ritual. That dove is so beautiful and snow white, and then you watch the contrast of deep crimson red blood run down their goddamn throat that they bite his head off or cut his goddamn head off. Huh? See, that's the devil wearing white. Oh, really? In African societies, white is for funeral? Wow. I didn't know. Which African society do they do this here in? You said it's sad but true. A lot of them wolves wrap themselves up in religion because you don't know no better. Because they tell you white is purity. So they use that basic knowledge and flip the knowledge to deceive you. Even in church, in mother bowl, well, white, this purity where your white nurse you, that rubber heel, and a lot of them black bitches and them old miserable bitches on the motherboard do black magic or go see root workers and do dirty shit and attack the young. Take their period from them, take their babies from them, right out their body. Don't let nobody, if y'all pregnant right now, you plan to get pregnant, don't tell nobody and let them rub your stomach. Because I realize everybody that touched my stomach and rubbed it cursed me and cursed my child. Child full of demonic entities. Curse your life, watch you stumble and struggle. Them old folks will stay around you and act like they helping you and looking out for you. Try to take your destiny and take your money. You got to work. Yeah, I keep your baby, but I want the whole check. I want the food stamp. I want everything. And to get the fuck out their house, but then drain you so you can't. That's what I went through. If y'all want to deal with that more in the healing and the issues and how they're set up with mothers and grandmothers doing that to their daughter and trying to curse them and break them and curse their life and curse their child. Let me know. We'll go more into those types of conversations because I'm seeing it now. I saw it, but I didn't see it. Like understand the spiritual principle and satanic, and I knew my mother was working black magic to destroy all of her children and create addictions and habits in them that she had the same addictions and habits and was a perverse bitch, a sexual deviant and a junkie. Pretending to be a preacher and could give you, was very charismatic and charming and talk game and shit. Well, you like this bitch. And you think that this is a humanitarian and a kind bitch, but really she's a dirty ass, Jezebel ass devil. And you couldn't see it. Tell everybody her children are whores and liars because you don't want to be revealed that you're a dirty bitch. Jamming you up and you know you jammed it, you can feel it, but you can't explain it. And then tell you that she ain't doing it and keep coming around everywhere you go, and then where the bitch come see you at or visit you at, you lose your job, you lose your boyfriend, your child go astray, become a junkie. Then like I said, I found out she was getting my child drugs and getting them incentive, paying them to go get them. Paying them, getting them money, then get fucked up with them. What kind of bitch is this? And that's when like I say this in public, I tell it to y'all. I know my family members are listening. They not shit. Fuck them. I don't like none of they motherfucking ass anyway. None of that except they never fucking like me. And I was targeted for extinction from the day I was fucking born by this bitch. I'm not worried about nobody confronting me. I'm not worried about nobody coming out saying I'm a liar, challenge me. I'll stand up to the Pepsi challenge, bitch. Now there's somebody, if any family member tells me to stand down and don't cease and that, I won't. If you send your lawyer and tell me to cease and desist, that's the only time I won't. I'll wait for your subpoena. Because I know these things to be true. And I'm sick of it. And I'm not going to die and hold this shit in me. Anybody want it and want this information and want to learn from it to heal yourself and to get back and start thinking and write down your journal every day, do your shadow work and be like, you know what, this bitch really fucked over me. This nigga's fucked over me. And what am I going to do about it? I can't change it, but how am I going to learn and rise above this shit? Okay, thank you. They were white to symbolize death. Because she tell you something, so you see I'm not a liar. And then seeing these things, and that Elvis done jumped in this shit. They think Jimmy Carter done jumped in this shit. And she mentioned him. I'm like, why she keep talking about the nation back to shots? She keeps saying they shot me, they poisoned me. I was thinking maybe it was just the cancer medication. She said, no, these shots. Tell them about the shot. Then I'm just like, whoa. When I seen somebody say that shit, I said, Dolly, no. And I Googled it and found this shit. I don't know, she said, I'm telling you, better warn these black people because this shit finna come up. Now, see, I got to look at the list of them, but there are a list of angels. What they call demons. The over-former kill. They have released, gave them the keys to the city. Your keys will be keys and your territory and your fucking property. A lot of you are not only securing the property and the territory of your physical body, you're not securing the territory and the property of your real estate that you live on. Whether you rent an apartment, a condo, a house, or whether you're the owner. You have the wrong people and the wrong sex partners and relatives. I know my mother did it to me. Come in your house where you live at and put a demonic stronghold on where you live at your address. On your car and your car note. On your ass. And the nigga you talking to. The chakras, auric fields, and the ley lines of body. A dominant death cult spells on those territories. That you not calling down power over and jurisdiction of. You don't have none. You don't even have it on your ass. And you know what? Let me get the fuck up out of here. All I will say is what I just said. She said this immunization thing and this new COVID that they got out is a 2.3 or 2.4 or 2.5. tied also to earthquakes and volcanoes and water storms because they will bring the disease. I just saw it in Georgia. These people, they say, on these porta potty systems have been illegally dumping water with feces in it in major waterways in Georgia that help supply the water supply to the public. They done seen human waste floating in the water. I shared that on Twitter yesterday because I just saw it. I said, this confirmed what I said. Just like I said, look up in Potomac and that sewage spill up there in Baltimore and D.C. Anybody connected, interstate connected to the D.C. area and waterways and Florida, Louisiana, because these things been coming up in the news. And these a pretty little white girl died from the flesh-eating bacteria. They couldn't save her. People getting amputated and shit because they can't save them, or the bacteria is resistant. They might not know what it is. When the person come in there, a little cut or scratch, that's all it takes, and be out on that beach bare feet. And then some of the animals are coming up on the shore dead. Because they're also dropping it, human waste from these airplanes. When they're using the bathroom on there, you don't know about it. And these ships are dropping it in there along with other chemicals. It's so polluted, and oil spills they're not telling us about in these oceans. Women, somebody fighting on a cruise ship. God damn, somebody knuck if you buck on a cruise ship up there. Which cruise ship is this they fighting on? It's some niggas too. It's some white folks, it's some niggas getting drunk and drugged. I'm seeing a shrimp cocktail or shrimp at a buffet on a cruise ship. Spreading diseases up there and screwing up there on the cruise ship. And prostituting up there on the cruise ship. Got drunk, drug spiking people, drank up there, throwing hand on the cruise. You know what? Puerto Vallarta. Wait a minute. They coming in a pole. For some of them in New York. What is this? Coming from different United States? Come from different cities in the United States, taking this cruise, going overseas or going to an island, done got up fighting. Said Carnival got to be, wait a minute. Why it got to be on the Carnival cruise? They got a dog up there on it too. A blind dog, a seeing eye dog for somebody blind. Wait a minute, somebody blind fighting? The dog said, no, they kind of indirect in it. They sitting there, it's a blind dog. Do they have blind seeing eye dog? They let on the ship. Why I see the dog for this person that's blind and got them some kind of special glasses on? God damn, this is, somebody murdered on the ship? Somebody dead on the ship? Somebody either been thrown over the ship or rolled over, and somebody said they jumped, committed suicide. Then the helicopter is up here with the plane. Somebody being rescued. Where the brink truck at? I'm picking up the brink truck again. Where the robbery at? Where the bank robber? Where the brink ice at? Uh-oh. Somebody's gonna get shot in public. Shooting random people. Y'all seeing how these people been 5 and 6 people found in the house, a husband and wife, and this man killed his wife and children. They said and set the house on fire. I don't remember the exact reading, but a few weeks ago I said, this man pouring gasoline all in his house, and that's done killed the wife and some other people's in there and set the house on fire. Y'all seen this last week? It came on. I don't know why I keep seeing it. That means they ain't popped up yet. They ain't popped out. They not outside. Or they getting ready to, some of this inside job, somebody in the bank, they want to get to the vault. And the safe deposit box and diamonds in a particular one. What is California? New York City, Pennsylvania. There's been a big scandal and these buildings catch on fire. What I'm saying to you is some of these are arson. They are not accidental fire. Where they, oh, somebody dead. I see the casket right here. Who is it? Well, remember y'all how I kept saying last week about somebody dead at the airport when I was talking about them Chinese folks, them people, them immigrants. I said, oh, somebody dead at the airport. Why they dead? Somebody dead in the airplane. Then, a few weeks ago, somebody died in the airplane. And then on top of that, I said, no, somebody outside the plane dead at the airport. And you see they found that black lady up there in Vegas from New York City. I'm wondering where the nigga she was visiting, because they said she was visiting a male friend and she has visited for years. That person hasn't come out and spoke. They said she went to get her medicine, got an Uber ride or something, and she got kidnapped then. And then they say got video, but I don't think they released it, where she was at the airport by a terminal trying to come down a hill or something and fell. And when she fell, she couldn't get back up. She had a real pretty smile. She like late 50s, early 60s. She was very attractive, had a beautiful smile. She smiled, her whole face light up, pretty teeth. I don't know what they is so fucked up to do that to that lady. And they were asking for money in Bitcoin on her text, pretending to be her. And she comes up there, and I just said, why do I see somebody dead? I seen a dead body out there at the airport. Why? Like I seen drugs and extortion at the airport with city officials, federal officials. This may come up as well, some type of scam of money laundering around people work at airports over airports, the corporate level, and scams at the bottom. That's your IDs and your bank information when you go buy these tickets. Check it or put a lock on your shit, and only, have them, how the bank can contact you or give you a text if you go over a certain limit, let you know, because that ain't you. Or just get you a card with a small amount on it that ain't connected to your bank account, where you're going to spend just for your ticket shit. So they can't get in your motherfucking account. You see what I'm saying? War, military, tanks on the street. I don't know if this is tanks in U.S. cities, or it's going to be tanks on the street and or overseas where it says civil unrest, because the people are protesting something they don't believe in, either with this food and hybrid food, and trying to run farmers out of business, or war and war crimes, and something up with more killings overseas, because now they're starting to kind of admit some of it, where I told y'all U.S. soldiers were being murdered over there, not discussing it, and then infected with some type of rare radioactive disease or virus, something they're shooting them with. It's in the bullet, and it's in the air. Just like Dolly Parton said, there's a new strain. The way they have the COVID is active, not just with shedding. She said they got an airborne one. They done came out. With biological warfare, to get that in you one way or another if you don't want to take it, and in the food. With the hybrid food and the mRNA, they're injecting the vaccine into meat. As well as, yes, I've been saying it for years before it's come out. And they said I was lying. And she just crazy. Oh, fuck her. Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Don't go to her channel. Listen to mine. She's batshit crazy. Really? Speaking of bats and rats and cats and raccoons, please watch them, because they got rabies and other viruses that they spread. And look at the vaccines that come up now. Legionnaire's disease. They have some of these biblical diseases that'll come up that can't be treated. And then a rise of the strain of the mutant viruses and the mixtures of several viruses. You're going to see these black folks dead, dropping dead. You need to watch who you lay with and who you deal with, make them get tests. Because some people you don't want to test because you love them and you like fucking them. And they out doing shit you don't know they're doing. Or they're exposed because of their job to other people that are shedding, or other people that are sick with upper respiratory infections. I have been telling y'all for years, this is going to come in the form of upper respiratory, where it looks like one thing and it's another, or it's a combination of more than one virus and upper respiratory disease and encephalitis. And they might not be able to treat fast because you're there, but they have to figure out what it is and take your blood and take even your skin or body secretions and send it to the CD to say, what the fuck is this? I'm also seeing Ebola and Marduk, like I have been telling y'all for over a year. This, I think, am I saying it wrong? Marduk virus. What does this begin with the M? I could be, am I saying it wrong? Marduk, Ebola, things like that cause bleeding in the body and inflammation in the body and the brain and the upper respiratory. Well, they say your people perish because of a lack of knowledge, so you're uninformed, and always be you first because you won't open your eyes. A lot of y'all don't want to read and you don't want to motherfucking research and shit. You know, a lot of us, that's our fault because we have been suppressed and denied, and you believe shit that's not true. And somebody counteracts that, like me, and say that's not true. Y'all need to watch it. Oh shit, something. And they'll tell you to discredit me and suppress my channel, suppress my views. That's why when I came out at first, it was always laughing and jokey joke and entertainment and mixing the truth with comedy, because I felt like that was the safest way that I can get you the information, and that I will go undetected under the radar and nobody up elite wouldn't know, and they would take me as a joke. And the people I was trying to reach, the inner city black folks, that I didn't think anybody would be interested in what I said. It was outside of black people. I didn't know other people would find me fascinating and listen to the shit. So I'm trying to do this in a jokey joke way, and a big wild personality, be proud, all this shit, thinking that it would just, nobody would pay me any attention. I didn't realize what I was dealing with. I didn't realize we're in an industry that is a heavy occult industry and energy where everything is spiritual first. Even though it's demonically spiritual, they have the knowledge of who you are, and they have your science using it against you. I didn't know anything about all these things. And when they start zeroing in on me and having conversation, I started figuring out, oh my God, these people can see me. I'm pretending that I'm and talking country on purpose and playing dumb, thinking that, well, I can hide what I really am. Then when I get to a certain level, I'm going to show you the truth. I'm going to teach you the truth like I'm doing now. Oh, they got my ass. These people, everything to them is spiritual. Everything to them is metaphysical, because they know that that's what you are and who you are first. All about energy, vibration, and the transfer. They know that people of color, all people of color, are the most spiritual and intuitive ones on the planet, and they are connected to the earth. They are the earth, and they will go back to the earth, as well as ascend higher. And that's what Dolly Parton was saying. They need a certain amount of dead bodies. They need people outside of the body, and they need the blood with it. It says, someone for entertaining that is truly informed. Yeah, but unfortunately, when people see you do that, like I had thought when I first came out, they try to devalue you and say that you're dumb, that you're an idiot. No, I'm not an educated person in the 3D system, but I am educated on a higher level in the spirit, and a lot of things I do understand. Yes, I have to read and I have to play catch up because I'm a late bloomer. But some of these things that I talk about, they never teach me in a school. And they didn't want me in the school. Now I see why my own mother did this and pushed me around and tortured me. She didn't want me to get no education and held me back. And then I tried to be around these people and get it. I didn't realize a lot of these people are a part of the occult, because it's so hard even to get through higher levels of education. I destroy you and hold you down. And what y'all don't realize, a lot of these professors, male and females, are Eastern Star witches and Masons. So they determine who will get through and who won't. And the people that try to get through and they see your energy and they do private readings and they are part of private witches group, they'll try to stop you from getting through, and then they'll blackmail you or blackball you, spread you through the system. If she go to this state and go to this school, you'll be alerted. Contact me, block this bitch. Make this bitch be a drug addict, commit suicide, and heavy depression, and ain't got nowhere to stay and can't barely eat, so the bitch will tap out, and then we're going to kill this bitch because we won't have to worry about her 10 years from now. Changing this era, illuminating people, elevating her people, and other people just through the system, so we can have a spiritual, metaphysical health industry that focusing on healing the spirit instead of misaligning it and damaging it and hurting it. Yes, if the person needs drugs and treatment, we will give that to them. But we also have a holistic side to medicine. This is not what they wanted for black folks and people of color. And they know that we're in that era. So what they do is hijack it with a false level of health AI tech. That's also a racist system, which shows you who created the mind of AI is racist and eugenicist to block you out of there and to still stop your flow. So we pretend, yes, we can see through bodies, we can see what damage is, but instead of stopping it, they will give you something or put a frequency in your house and around your house to take you down because they do everything they can to block that revolution. There's also a natural revolution, which would be a circle in 360. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I just had, because she said this is coming. That's what Dolly Parton is saying. When they put people in front of you and they sacrifice you, you don't want to get so caught up in it because they are using that on purpose so that you won't look at what they're getting ready to do. Look this way, move on, ain't nothing to see. And while you grieving and mourning somebody you don't even know. The idea of them, the icon of them, making them immortal, they're doing some shit they don't want you to see. You said some of these people are just educated fools from uneducated school. You have an intelligence they may never reach. I know far too many overeducated dummies. A piece of paper don't. Well, you see, look at what Trump is doing about these certificates now, saying they don't mean shit, and you got to start over, and don't get this person this, and take financial aid from black people. Firing nurses, taking their nurses' pay. I seen a nurse in Atlanta. This is happening in Atlanta. To get rid of them. Nurse Dolly, that's a everything about you, your vitals immediately go into a big database you can't see. They're either helping somebody or fucking somebody up or chipping them. They're going to try to replace all humans with AI tech, AI surgeons, examiners to be your friend. Or act like they're your friend. Put a maid in your house, prostitute in your house that's a full robot, goddammit. I mean, everything you do. Now have you on a grid. If you look at some of these old movies and TV series, they'll tell you that. Where your whole life is controlled, your every movement, your every thought, you have no freedom. You alive, but you trapped. If you want to be alive in this system and thrive, killing you. At the same time, you know what, I'm going to have to go look at it because they are mentioning, she telling me different celebrities finna go. Do y'all see somebody talking about they go in threes? Goddamn, we done had what, about 6 on. That's why I said, it's going to be 3, 6, 9 in a minute. About 6 people and came up dead. Not just 3 that are older celebrities in their 80s. You know, later in age, I told us the ending of an old era, beginning of another one. Because they got to shelf them. They got to make them archetypes that are not alive no more. Because they represent the old and they bringing in the new. And you don't want to trust these new ones. And you don't want to trust these young ones and these children who have no sense of humanity and don't respect and stealing, lying, scamming, and cheating. They already dead and they own that motherfucking dope. They already got A tech all in them and they care nothing about humanity and doing what's right. You said Samuel was young. Who is Samuel? Yeah, from 50, 60, 70, 80. That's still another era. Another era. The young people are detached from that, detached from humanity. These children will worship AI and worship these false gods that they have, and where they putting these AI in them. They can levitate, they can fly. They are superhuman. I mean, but hey, who wouldn't want that? And will kill your ass for a lollipop and a goddamn Happy Meal. $1, as long as they promise fame and fortune and to be elevated and admired and worship. These people so low in these age groups and don't have a strong sense of self and want me, and my, now, I. No, they'll kill their own mama and they daddy just to get some fucking airtime. I have 6 kids on fighting. You educate them then because you can't fight for all of them. You can't save all of them. You can't save none of them really. You can only protect them for a certain amount of time and keep them in a bubble and keep them ignorant, which also is not protecting them in the long run. You put them in a position to be devoured by predators. But they got their own life, their own breath, their own free will. They ain't gonna want to stay up under you forever. They got their own mind, their own desire, their own purpose for being here. So I think the best thing for you to do is don't hide nothing from them. Elevate them, tell them the truth, what's the good side, what's the bad side. But it really don't matter what you fucking tell them. Ain't no experience like self-experience. Hopefully they won't go astray. They won't disobey you. They'll listen to what you say. They gotta have their own life, their own mate. They're gonna get some dick. They're gonna get some pussy too and some head. Somebody was born to do that to them and put their mouth on. Put your mouth on me. That's a natural part of the transition of life. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Yes, baby, you can fight, but the most powerful thing is to teach them how to fight. Because you can't stop everything from happening to them. Because some things, no matter how tragic or bad it is, are meant to happen to them. Or will be allowed to happen to them. And a part of their experience, and you're not going to be able to stop all of it. So do your spiritual work, yes. Have protection on them, yes. But the most important thing, teach them how to protect themselves when you know we're around. Because your prayers can only go so far. And if they are in the ethers, you can't prevent everything that they're supposed to go through. You can help it be less bad as possible, but you can also teach them to defend themselves. Your prayers only go so far. Teach them how to defend. If you love them so much, teach them how to defend themselves as well. And to discern and see for themselves. What you say, Atlantic trying to... He said, me and my kids there. That's right. Don't sugarcoat it. Atlantic Records is trying to approach. Who they trying to approach? He said they're admitting to using their mom and dad for rituals while... Yeah. A lot of people sacrifice their own mama for fame and fortune. I had a voodoo priest tell me young white boys be calling him willing to sacrifice their mama to be famous and successful, kill their mama. These people have no sense of intestinal fortitude and getting out the mud on their own. Rather kill their own fucking mama or daddy than motherfucking come up. Okay, you know what? I wonder, do a reading on it and see what it is and where your son is and who he's supposed to be, as well as encourage him to build his own social media base. Learn about his rights and getting copyrights and trademarks for his own music and whatever he writes, if he's a writer or anything he performs, before he goes into that arena, and talk to an entertainment lawyer before he gets with that Atlantic, baby. Give him the knowledge. Have him talk to entertainment lawyers to prepare him and go in even in there with him before he negotiates a deal. So what he did, still control his rights like Nipsey Hussle did. You said, I'm in Dirty D-Moore, Maryland, and the whole city thing had a... Why? What's wrong with the water? He said, hey, the water is a bright green down in the heart. What? See about getting you a water infiltration or water purifying system in your house that can also produce water. I think connected to the sun. We got to do what we got to do, the ones that can. So you don't want to drink that. And you need to find out with the city, why is that? And look at the mayor, too. The mayor and the governor. Who is the mayor? Is that person ever been accused of corruption? And even if they haven't, I'm accusing them of corruption, because why would they allow that shit to be that way? And what about the sanitation system, the water system there? Why is that a problem? Are people asking? Is the main news? Have they gotten reports? Are they reporting on this? Because goddamn, you need to take some pictures of that shit so we can goddamn see it. It says somewhat green. So what about the fishes in there? The other animals in there, they coming up dead. I wouldn't eat now one on. Because as they telling you, there's biological warfare. Like that rat told me about the sewage system in New York City and said, the rat said, Mel, my dumb ain't shit, man. So they undercover letting this shit go on. And he know, this rat said he's a hybrid rat. Said he a super rat. Said no roast spray and no regular rat or no kill him. Said multiply because they have changed the genetic structure. The gene, this is a GMO rat that came here and told me that shit. With them long ass foot and had them goddamn that Stacey Adam on. I think the nigga might have had some skins on. Like nigga, well, this nigga had some badass shoes on.
The rat dressed like a nigger or like a Dominican or something, Cuba.
You said in Seal County water is what, Miss D? What's Seal County? What state that in? Baltimore. Y'all recording this stuff? Not the gate, the sandwich, the gator, the rat had some bad ass gators on. They were black. They looked at patent leather, had the gator print on them, and on the side, you know how them niggas get down, had a gold buckle, man. On the side with the square tip in the front. This nigga had some bad ass shoes on. One pair was Stacey Adams like he changed them. But I was really looking at them black and gold. Cause I might see a nigga with some bad shoes. Some expensive shoes, and I like that square toe. Nigga was pimping. You know I don't pimp that. He had got to talking. He put a hand together and put one foot in front of the other. Now you know what that mean when them niggas get to put them handstand and sign and put one foot in front of the other and put their hand together to make that certain symbol with they goddamn in hand. You said the feather of the hat. This nigga was cold. I'm watching him. I said, what the fuck you doing here talking to me keeping up shit like you doing? He told me, I need to tell you what's going on. We in Gotham City, goddammit. It's Batman Joker in this motherfucker. And Madame is the Joker. But he act like he Batman. You see what I'm saying? At the same time. Wait a minute, sandwich. Wait a minute. You said stomping. They don't be stomping. Yeah, putting their foot down on the concrete, on the pavement. That we. The rat was. I said, y'all not gonna believe this. I know y'all gonna think this funny, but I'm gonna say this shit anyway. That's when he started running it down. And he was talking like a nigga. You know, I know these are entities, but they will come in a certain form. But he did say a problem, and a trash problem, and a water problem in New York, and different catastrophes were happening, flooding around the subway, and congestion, and probably with transportation. And Mandami doing it on purpose, and he's been paid by a secret political group that are against the U.S. that we can't see. Multi-millionaire, so it's his family. He ain't suffering or struggling a goddamn bit. I see these different groups of Jews. They showed me them going down there in the sewer, working down there, networking and politicking, doing business down there in the goddamn sewer. This has been going on for years, and you see now it's being revealed. People been taping them. They even had on the news, put that heavy metal plate, pushing it up out the sewer, climbing out, changing their clothes, and then going to get in their car and drive off. This is tied to something with electricity fuses and real estate and meters. This is a high-level scamming and activity. They finna start taking more black people house up there and running black folks out on the street, on the corner, dead, having problems because they house gone, they meter. Just stand the police helping them, running black folks out of New York City. Taking they shit, and some of these black folk gonna come up dead or missing. I still don't understand the whole story. It was an older man in Atlanta, or his family members in Georgia had some type of power of attorney over his body, like over his life, had legal control. But the other black people, he was there in New York City saying that New York took his house and then took him and brought him back to Georgia, so it was some type of fraud. I still don't get all the details of that shit. And I'm seeing more black people and that it's happened to them. But see, a black lady told me a long time ago, when I first came out, she said these racist groups of Jews, they a certain time, a certain day, say they'll see an apartment where black people renting or living in there, they'll start a prayer. They start walking around the whole building in a circle, chanting, doing different black magic rituals. That after they finish chanting, a little while after that, a few weeks or a month or something, all of a sudden them people get a notice that they damn rent done went up. They start having problems in the building, and they get put out or they have to move, then they come in and buy the building. Yeah, I seen another one yesterday. Coming out the sewer. Somebody white. Coming, or with white skin. I don't know what race they are. Coming out the sewer. That means they are doing business and they move from one part of the city to another. It's a group of them, a very multi-million-dollar conglomerate. They're making millions dealing with, it's like an underground city down there. Black folk don't know nothing about it. The ones that do ain't saying shit. But it's clearly been going this way for years, and nobody's done anything because they're getting paid off and they run the government. This is, they got caught. And did you hear the police come and locking them up? No, you did not. No, you goddamn it did not. Then it was hushed up on the goddamn media because they've been given permission to control and do the things they do and getting big payoffs. And it ain't gonna be. Did you see any of them with a mugshot? No, you did not. They're gonna keep the killing, the murdering, the pillaging, taking niggas shit, because niggas ain't united like that. And the niggas that's above, that's got power, or that in the party's group, they are not finna help your damn ass. Or they will come out. Now they'll get a mugshot or get damn shot. Or say they found them in their house sleeping dead. Goddamn, I mean, they not finna help you. You said it was on the news briefly, then even found a small bed down there with blood on it. So they got a bed. So I saw them coming out, and a lot of stuff can be going on in human sacrifice. I saw them coming out the school. Yeah, and you see them, nothing happened to their ass, which tell you they have an agreement. This is a part of the system. We've never seen it be revealed. It's been going on. Thank God now you can see what the fuck. Look, basically it's all men for themselves, because these folks ain't finna help you. We are trapped in this matrix, and you have to find a way to take care of yourself and sustain yourself. Certain areas have been outlawed for us and red line for us. And if you out there hanging with these niggas will get you killed. These black bitches will get you killed, because they ignorant and they reckless, and they out here doing anything, eating anywhere, drinking anywhere, getting in the car with any goddamn body. Got a yo-yo brain. You can't even watch your... And see, this is one more thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna go, because they grouped all black people together and said they all black, which don't really add up. Black race, black land, black country. Where is that? There's no such place. All these people that you consider black, even your family don't have the same bloodline, the same entities, the same oath on your life. And some of your own relatives will set you up for murder because they don't like you. They just, you don't like you and never fucking liked you. And y'all blind. Well, I'm going to hang at, where all these... bunch of low-level nigga motherfuckers at. I don't even care if they got money. Some of them still low-level and want to do violent shit and want to cannibalize on you and vampire on you. I would go where all them hang at or where all them eat at. Now, don't get me fucked up, because I won't go where a whole bunch of other just race or other people hanging here and think that's better and more safe. I'm not safe around. I'm not safe nowhere, goddammit. Now, you may be. So this message is not talking to you. Some of us are targeted and gang-stalked individuals. If you're not, this don't apply to you. You can eat anywhere. You can drink anywhere. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. Unless somebody's done magic and you don't know it and stalking you, obsessed with you, mad because you took somebody or somebody be with you that don't want to be with them no more, or just don't fucking like you. Yes, it can happen. But I think generally, basic people, they don't have them problems in life. I'm not saying you don't be careful if you're not led to be careful, but most people, it's not. I'm not going to say a whole group, every black person going to be targeted. Now, it can be for racial reasons and biological control or warfare reasons. We know that in general. But you said, have you heard about Nancy going through the... I mean, everybody know about that. Now, I mean, we know about that. I already did a reading on that a while ago. I wasn't interested in... I'm not going to continue to do readings on that. They pushed that up. I saw a week or so ago, they said they found a body and it may be her. I mean, that's control, and that's tied to the Epstein files and her daughter. I've already addressed that shit. Of course, I know about it. Okay, you check my message. I'm gonna go now. You said I love you too. I've been telling people about you, and they get scared. Why they get scared? They can just listen to it. They don't agree. That's cool. Keep it moving. I said, why you watch this? She's a beautiful and better. And no, I think it's best to watch the news. I watch the news. Watch the physical news, watch the spiritual news, because all of it come from a spiritual source. And then too, I watch it like y'all do, from confirmation of anything I said and give me updates, because I can't watch all of it because I'm constantly getting downloads. No, you should watch it, baby. You should watch national. Keep up with everything that is going on. You should get any information. Even if you find the information is false, you still need to get it anyway. Because I don't know everything, I don't see everything. That's why I'm always tired. I sleep all the time because I can't see it all. Because I get so much and it put pressure on my body, on the physical body. So don't do that. And you need to know everything we don't know. And so much we don't see. But I don't know, why would they get scared when you just tell them just to see something I say? What you just they've been watching me all my life. They work in large groups. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You have to be very strong, not crazy. You have to isolate yourself, because they'll want to create drama and conflict and make you snap and then make you look like a fool. That's why now when people try to do dirty shit to me and make me snap, I start praying and ask my ancestors to protect me and show me how to respond. I'm not going to give nobody a satisfaction. But you know what? They've been saying, my mama started saying I was crazy. My grandmother started saying I was crazy. When I tell them I know you're a dirty bitch and I know what you did, and I ain't finna eat nothing over there no more, and I don't want to stay there because I had a vision. God told me you a bitch. See, you just crazy, and I found out I was right. Both of y'all is two dirty bitches. Mama and grandmama, the two generations of slick, dirty ass bitches. Everything I said about them to this day that I seen, that they told me I didn't see, and that you just crazy. You need to come on and stop playing like this, and something wrong with you. Why? Yep, something is wrong with me. It's finally my mind being made right. So when your mind balance, you think for yourself, and the spirit can work with you direct. You know they got the spirit with them too. Your spirit, trust that bitch. Don't trust your goddamn grandma. She's a two-faced, backstabbing, lying bitch. And I don't walk in and heard my grandmama lying on me like I heard my mother lying on me. And I wonder why people in the family treated me funny. They want their mans around me. My own grandmama said I was a fucking hoe. And she knew I wasn't. And then was stealing my money at the same fucking time. And then when you can see that shit and expose that shit, she's crazy. I tried to tell y'all about her. Now give me some money, because she leave her baby here and stay here, don't pay me no rent. Bitch took my whole check. See, that's the kind of shit don't fucking time. And then they'll say you out your mind, because you done came into your own goddamn mind. And they ain't nothing but the goddamn devil. You say, what's your take on the eclipse? I mean, we already dealt with the eclipse. We know that that's a spiritual transition. We know that that's an occult whenever you deal with the moon. I've already addressed Nepal. I already said it was coming. I already dealt with the Dalai Lama. But I've never dealt with the Dalai Lama. I'm not finna, I'm tired. I've been here 2 hours now. Clearly you don't follow me on a regular basis. I always talk to my people and tell them what I see going on. You see my man? Yeah, you got to decide what you're gonna do about it or not. See what you need to see and get the fuck away from them. Don't tell them your business. Don't tell them what you live. None of that. You said, Graham making mom hate me. Your grandma ain't making your mama hate you. My nana told my mom I was cursing her, and is there proof of it? Look, yo, grandmama ain't making your mama hate you. You were swimming in your mama ass. And if you got out of her and she not questioning you, that means she has more loyalty to her mother than you. You just a motherfucking bystander, a squirrel trying to damn get a nut. If your mother who gave birth to you is turning you that quick, she never was fucking loyal to you like you loyal to her, like you want to be any goddamn way. You don't want to see this motherfucker was all, and I excuse me, I ain't trying to disrespect your mom, call her motherfucking, like, she was all. Don't want to accept that shit. So that's fine. Life will beat your ass, or she will beat your ass with your lying ass. Grandmama put your ass in a trick bag, got you fucked up with necromancy of the goddamn mind, seducing your goddamn grandmama in this shit together. You don't want to see it. Because nothing and nobody could against my son unless he did something to me. And I can really see, you know what, they was right about your motherfucking dirty. I couldn't see because I had you and I wanted to see the light in you. I felt like you was a little dirty motherfucker. You was easy to be inhabited by demons. But now I really study and see for my motherfucking self what you did to me. See, nobody couldn't do that to me. Your mama really ain't in love with you because she created you in the physical like you fucking think. Maybe this is spirit letting you see what the fuck you need to see to go on your own mission or not trust these motherfuckers like that. And if something happened to you at this point, as you just said that, you deserve the fuck you get. So maybe that's what you need to get to learn your motherfucking lesson that our skin folks ain't motherfucking kinfolk, even though you came out of her ass. She always getting me in trouble. Are you grown? She getting you in trouble. You sound like a child. Are you grown? How can she get you in trouble when you're a grown person? You still want to be in that circle and you want to be seen a certain way. Why don't you start taping her? That shit. But it's clear they have a bond, you don't. A lot of times, women, mothers, loyal to their mother, which is your grandmother, they aunt, your aunt, your uncles. They'll be loyal to the family, and you just a scapegoat and a sacrifice just because they had you. They're not going to choose you over their mama or anybody else in the family, or even your daddy, and you will be sacrificed. You're starting to get that experience for some reason right now. Seeing her, maybe you didn't see this about your mama and your grandmama. Maybe you needed to see it. So if you're a legal adult, why do you sound like a child to me? I don't know if you're male or female, getting me in trouble like you're a teenager in the mind. Did you have trauma? Like I did, where you didn't know you were wrong? Or you had these experiences where you were suppressed, mental, emotional, spiritual. You sound like you're under a curse. Mother's messaging call. But are you a legal adult? I'm not being funny. Are you a legal adult? Because you're spiritually, you sound something else, like much younger, like you were trapped in time through some type of trauma or spell. You sound like you're under a spell and you don't want to accept it and you don't want to believe it. So you might not have known, because that's how I grew up. I had bouts of missing time and treated like a child, but didn't realize I was chronologically adult to jam me and hold me back and attack me, beat me spiritually and satanically. So that's what I'm saying. Are you a little chronological adult? Yes, baby, but if they did it to you, that's what I'm saying. That means you're special. And that means they want to sacrifice your soul and toss you up, and they're picking their allegiances. You're out in the wilderness. They already show you they will turn on you because there's something about you that they want. And they want you to beg them and lick their ass and get on your knees and tell lies. And then you fight saying I didn't do that. That didn't happen. They giggling beneath with her old goddamn it ass. Doing that shit because she want to siphon off for you before she die. Oh, baby, but you probably not 35. That's an 8. That means they don't try to hijack your soul or steal your destiny. And they playing games with you and ping ponging you. They both know they lying. And if your mother's doing that, your mother has character flaws and has honor and integrity flaws about a child that she gave birth to, that she was designated to protect and warn about the goddamn grandmama. See, that's the same kind of shit. And they knew they was lying. My mother was so convincing with her lies, the way she could talk and saying shit about me that she didn't have facts to support. People just believe her because the way she said it, and she's an old, dirty, fat, funny stomach, built up bitch that'll sit there and cook for people and bake cakes and shit and babysit people children and cuckoo with them and baby talk to them and shit. And then you see her, you like her, you eat, and then at the same time, stabbing you in the fucking back. And they believe that shit because of the way she is. Loving and kind and go to church every Sunday and slick suck dick and pay niggas on Monday. Huh? Or nobody. You got to figure out what this means to you and why you were born into this family. And you don't, then they sneak and suck dicks and keep they a partial in their mouth, but keep their teeth out. Take their teeth out. I used to see my grandma get one of them old Cool Whip jars of hands she can get and put them teeth in there with that effervescent fizz and effervescent goddamn it blue tablet in it, and then undercover sneak and pay people nigga and suck they dick younger and shit, and then tell lies and say I'm the hoe, my half sister the hoe. Tell lies and you can't see she lying because she not cooking all them soul food plate and baking them good ass motherfucking cakes and always acting like she's a humble servant of God, a goddamn humanitarian. Always grinning and shit with them damn false teeth. And I got, you know what? Oh, this is pissing me off. And y'all can't see motherfuckers like that. It's motherfuckers like that on your job, your boss, your friend. Always coming to you like they coming in peace and want to help. You need anything? Oh my God, you feel your head hurting. What can I do? And then start doing nice shit for you just to get in your motherfucking business and let the witches know, yeah, the spell working, bitch over there fucked up and crying and come to you as an angel of light, but really a motherfucking angel of death. And destroying your character behind your fucking back. And you wonder why everybody at the job or bitches you talk to or people in the family treating you stanking when you come by and turning their back and ooh, honey, and roll eyes and shit like, bitch, I know about you. And you be like, no, what? I didn't do that. I said, Well, grandma, big mama said you did. Why big mama gonna lie? She just made these cakes and fed my children. And they gave up there to the usher bowl and went to church and gave a donation. Big Mama wouldn't do that. And Big Mama just took her water pill. So her leg rolled and she's sick and her back down. Why would Big Mama do that? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, grinning with false teeth. And then an undercover get your man to ease back over there like she's sick and shut in her back. She down in her back. Baby, why don't you go lift this and that? Next thing you know, they got their teeth out. Giving him some goddamn it hit, you know, at 70, 50, 60 years old. And you don't know nothing about it. Nigga ain't gonna say nothing. Because that says, I checking them food stamps. And he eating some soul food over there. So they would never, Big Mama ain't said that. You the one that low down hoe. Everything they say you will, that's what they slick is. Then turn that shit, what my grandma would do is get a big a cup. One of them goddamn it, Trip Q or whatever it is, a gas station plastic cup that's real tall, and put a whole bunch of ice cube in it. Put some water and over her cup on her nightstand and turn the church song on the radio and listen to church song every night while she goddamn sleep. And get up and somebody get her about what she did. Lord, I'm just gonna let the Lord fight my battle. Oh, I fly away. Oh, glory to the Lord. You know, sing some church song to get them out that lying shit they did. And that whole ass shit they did. You should even family gonna lie on you and then they gonna cover themselves with religion, or they the victim, or they sick, or they knees swole, get my water pill, or get my heart pill because she upset me up here lying on me, then undercover grinning to they self. Yeah, they can't see that I'm deliberately sabotaging my granddaughter or my daughter and all that shit. Yeah, get a big old so no roach won't crawl in, put some water in it so it's cold night and stay chilling, put a goddamn paper towel over the cup and then turn the church music on and fall asleep with the church music on. Goddamn it, knowing that's the devil and shit. You say I look like her and her baby. Wait a minute, I gotta put you on her baby. And undercover, my grandmama then undercover ease over there to the root worker house and doing rooting on people. And then act like they ain't with dad and they just go and speak to Reverend Caldwell. Yeah, go and take their milk so you feel sorry. No, she swole up and she already going through that. She done took care of you when you were little and now can't get around her knees and shit because she got water in her leg and all this, and then have a heart problem. You up there crying, got her crying and upset, and she trying to take her medicine, get her that water pill. And you up there lying and cussing her out, telling me she lying on you. And that's right, baby, cried undercover. He. and then go get on the phone to tell some more lies. She said, I know about it. You know what? Oh, this is making me mad, man. They sneaky with it. I seen these bitches in action. And these dirty ass fucking niggas. And then act like you see how she doing me and how she disrespecting me and talking to me and then start halfway crying with a little bit of water coming out one eye and shit. Man. Then go to church or call the usher boy, come over like they about to have a heart attack and console them and fan their face. You know how they get that fan at the church and fan their damn face and put that box fan in the window and open the big front door or put the fan in front of the door and pat on them down with that olive oil and shit. Call the preacher. Yeah. Knowing that they did that shit to you, but ain't nobody got no proof they did it to you and don't want to believe it. I told then tell some more lies. Tell some more lies when you leave out. And you know some older women that live like that, to be good outside and do dirty shit on the law and always gossiping about somebody and telling lies and you don't know it's a lie, they end up dying fucked up and end up dying where the nigga don't be there. Yeah, them thick ass white shoes and that dirty rubber heel. But they ain't spray no Ajax or Windex on the heel before Sunday serve with some orthopedic stock and orthopedic stocking on. My grandmama undercover, they're talking about Jesus and all that shit, but undercover had some liquor and some moonshine up under the cabinet in the kitchen. Oh, what you doing? You need me to get it? No, I'm just been down here get some Ajax and stuff and good. Just ravioli, cook the little children some lunch and shit. Then look around and then slick take a drink out the moonshine. And the moon then act like I've been stopped a long time ago. My grandma did the same thing one time, acting like I was being disrespectful when Aunt Blue was the one calling my family said, yeah, because she wants something. She wants something and she lying and tricky and then turn right around. You got some money to pay this light bill over here and pay this phone bill. She done left me hanging. And I told y'all she was dirty and left this babe on me and won't give me no money, knowing she undercover telling you another thing and taking your money. But she done said you was such a hoe and a liar. And see, that said her, yeah, big mama, I got it. She needs to be ashamed of herself, paying her bills because she over there paying that nigga to pull on his thing. It's amazing how either she sit on the bed and get a tall nigga stand above her or lay on her side and open her mouth and take it down her throat and shit. And them knees ain't too sore for that. Or you take a water pill so you can bend down on it. But see, you don't want to tell nobody that shit. And they ain't making him pay no bills. In exchange, you give him some collard green and some ham hock and neck bone, sweet potato pie and some cornbread. And you paying him. And then need to pay your bill. You gonna ask him because shit, the young nigga don't come by no more. So then you'll tell him, I did it. I left my baby here. I ain't giving you no money. And I don't know anything about it. I'm telling you, this is true. This is what happened to me. And then I end up finding out or somebody done caught her in a lie. I'm going to pay it back knowing she not. Find out she lying because when I leave and I move out and I'm not around you no more, you still begging. Then start begging me and everybody else and telling lies. It's like, okay, you said she was taking your money and leaving the baby on you. Now she ain't there. The baby ain't there. Why you still begging? And then she becomes a burden because she always begging. Where's your money going? You know, I ain't asked, but you just say you can do it or not. Yeah, because you're a liar. You paying the people starting to get, say, Graham run 580. Yeah, and my grandma was gambling like that and playing numbers since I was. And they'll sneak and have money. My grandmama snuck and had money, but then was playing on everybody else and lying to them, saying I was taking it. My half sister was taking it and just taking advantage of her. And then while she's saving her money, got a slush fund for herself, prime broke, and then started rubbing her kneecap. And said she ain't feeling good and she don't want to get put out. And they just give it to her. And she's spending the she want to pay while she got a staff. Tried to hit me and I blocked her, but she told the man I was being rude. See what I'm saying? These women, man, They sick in the head and they demonic as hell. And y'all wonder why bad stuff happened to you. Because a lot of them are talking about you and going to people talking to you about root workers, paying everything, getting shit put on you, making shit happen to you. Ha ha. Then shake. The Lord will fix it. Lord will fix what? She did nothing to you. You want to see her fall and set her up and use people and measure them by lying on the female. It's usually female relative they're going to lie on. I see you bust them out and then they're going to go back and still say you lying. I flip it around on you so the people will pity them because they old. And they did everything but die, throw rocks and hide their hand. And they always the victim. You're a dirty bitch. See what I'm saying? And you wear those scarlet letters on you that are based on lies and deception. Then you start meeting other people do the same thing. There's a lot of women that are just like that. It's a lot of acting men that are just like that. You got to start recognizing those spirits. That's my whole point to this. So you can call those strongholds down in your life and cut off communication. When you get tired of your grandmama, you'll leave them alone. It must be still something you need to learn or understand that you don't want to leave them alone. You hope they wake up and you're going to have problems in different parts of your life. Whatever they want to attack, your money, your love, your beauty, your health, they're going to attack it because you don't want to let them go. And you don't want to see this. When you're ready, you'll leave the shit alone. You'll learn your lesson. You said I put my leg on, she whooped me talking about I kicked her. You see what I'm saying? You get tired of being beat on and abused and shit. She's jealous of you. That's clearly what they're doing and pulling energy from you. And don't want you to succeed in life and want to hurt you and wound you by neglecting you or pushing you away or abandoning you. And that creates holes for demonic altars to sink in when you have pain and unresolved conflict. You got to deal with all that. Like I've had to deal with it. Like I still have to deal with it. And decide who you are, what you are, why you are, what you came here to do. And unfortunately, a part of that leaving their ass alone. When you get ready, you'll do it. And if you don't, and you'll keep taking their abuse because they're not going to change until you get tired of it and playing the games with you. Nice to you 1 minute, nasty to you another minute. That tells you that's a motherfucker don't mean you no good. Nice to you 1 minute, nasty to you 1 minute. Playing mind games to keep you off balance, keep you jammed up and be a victim. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later.